So I guess the first question that I'll ask is, it seems like the industry sort of shifting towards lots of mobile products, especially Intel, promoting small form factors like the NUC and Bay Trail and trying to get in tablets and phones. Whereas for our audience, ASUS usually means high-end enthusiast products. So where do you see the industry going as far as ASUS and the enthusiast space in the next 5 years or even further out?
Okay. You know, last month we got a record high for our ROG motherboards in terms of quantity. So that means those high-end users are still very active. Otherwise, we cannot get the most volume, right, since several years ago. But actually, as you mentioned, we do see some more demand from those integrated applications or usages, not only for consumer end user, but also for commercial end users as well. But I think for middle and high-end users, they will not be gone very soon, right? They're still there, and maybe one factor to push them, whether higher or lower, is how much value motherboard maker can still deliver. If motherboard makers don't deliver so much value, they don't see any new features, they like it, they need it, then definitely they will go lower. Integrated applications only can give end user very generic, functions, but ASUS always want to provide more features from our own side, right? That's why we have now the dual intelligent processor is going to 4th generation. So you can see even one single click, you can get auto tuning, boosting your performance and also saving a lot of energies. That is some new values ASUS can deliver.
Great. And considering the shifts in the market towards mobiles, towards different form factors, what are your challenges moving forward? Do you see erosion of the DIY market, or even higher end gamer specific stuff like your ROG boards in particular?
For ROG segments, definitely it's more popular because or we see a lot of demands, but we want to attract more people joining this segment. That's why in several years ago we only got 3 segments, 3 products from ROG, but now we are providing more, right? Even to the latest Impact, which is our mini ITX form factor, right? Not only the micro ITX, but also the mini ITX. But not only that gaming, but also some new segment like our TUF series. We do believe for those end users, for instance, 6 years ago when we first introduced that ROG into the market, some people questioned, just a motherboard, right? Why you need to categorize so much? But we told those people the reason we need to have ROG is because they are different. Different people need different functionality, different usage. So if you really understand what they need, then you may consider just like our cars, right? Not only a car, right? You need to have SUV, you need to have sedan, you need to have some coupe. So just not a motherboard. So 6 years ago, we invested a lot of efforts getting the idea and finally delivered ROG. Now we need more. So we have more segments like TUF series, right? So TUF means not only working in the toughest environment, but also something like non-stop usage. That is the main thing we want to deliver to end user. Because those guys, for instance, the application is something like streaming, downloading, right? So you want to see some movies, you want to see some videos from internet, you want to download a lot of big files, right? Recently people talk about big data. So you need to have a lot of big files from internet, but you don't sit it waiting for the entire download process. So probably you click, you enable the function, you go to work, you go to study, over the night, right? You come back, then you get the result. But if the system is not stable enough, then you cannot get it. Of course, some functions give you the continue downloading, right? But you don't want to wait again, right? You want to see everything not stopped. That's why we create this kind of motherboard. That means all components on this motherboard is the best in terms of the reliability, not the best performance, but best compatibility, best reliability. So we want to provide a motherboard you can use it 24/7, right? Whole year, not stop.
Okay.
Right. Then that gives you the most reliability to use. So that is our TUF system, right? Before we only have sub-tools in the TUF. In terms of the TUF segment, but now we are also providing more in that TUF. Other than that, we are still discussing whether we need to have the new segment or not. But anyway, we are committed in this business. Then we are investing still a lot in developing the great product.
Okay, you sort of answered part of the next question with that last answer, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Yes.
So your TUF products, your ROG products,
yes,
they target specific segments, whether
yes,
it be hardcore gamers or what have you. What is it about ASUS's products between the different product lines and versus the competition that separates you from either the competition and separates your product lines? What differentiates them? What makes them different?
How do you mean different product lines?
As far as ASUS products, why would somebody want an ASUS product over a competitor's product? What separates you from the competition?
Oh, okay. Number one, we have the most complete product lines, right? No matter you say motherboard or the entire component products to let you assemble a PC, right? So number one, we have the complete product lines. Number two, we have the best quality and the reliability as well. Every single board we deliver to an user, we do more than 1,000 testing internally. That is a very, very amazing job actually, because I have been in this industry, so long. Every time when we provide some so-called compatibility and the reliability reports to our customers, especially those SI, right, system integrators. Mm-hmm. They always tell us, oh, ASUS, how come you can do so much testing internally? Because that takes not only engineering efforts, but also we need to buy a lot of hardwares and softwares. We also need to have some knowledge, procedures to finish the entire process as quicker as possible. Because if you take, let's say, 2 months to finish that more than 1,000, then you cannot make product time to market, right? Mm-hmm. So we get the product from our vendor side. Then we need to ensure our testing can be done before we ship the product, and we still need to be time to market. So the entire process in ASUS, we are the best in the world. As I know, because some SI customers told us, oh, Jackie, other people are learning, right? Copying some process from ASUS, but they cannot do so much. They only do maybe 100, the most could be 200, 300, but ASUS do more than 1,000. How come you do? I told them that is a secret from ASUS. So that is also the entry barrier from ASUS.
Okay.
So I do see, the entry barrier is quite high from ASUS. That's why even today people always talk about, in terms of budget, that is almost limited, but ASUS is still getting the biggest market share from over the world. Okay. That means, price over value, they do see value from ASUS.
Okay. And what products are you guys particularly excited about moving forward? We saw, as far as ROG branded products, the PCI Express Raider SSD seem exciting to our audience. Mm-hmm. What other products moving forward are you excited about, or do you think our readers would be excited to see?
I think a TUF series could be one new rising star from
ASUS. Sorry, it changes every couple of years. I'm sorry.
And there's a new board at 5 o'clock that they'd be really interested in.
I heard about that. I should ask about that one. You have a unique insight into what other people in the market are doing, whether it be Intel, AMD, NVIDIA. In 2014, where do you see the sort of most exciting opportunities for enthusiasts or DIY do-it-yourself type users? If you can hint towards anything. If you can't, I understand.
Sorry, no. It's too long for now.
All right, so we'll dodge that one. Okay. Are there any specific ROG products, ROG products you'd like to tell us about or show us that we could give a sneak peek to our readers? Anything I can take a picture of? Or
now it's in the age because 1 hour later we will launch the new ROG product.
I can wait an hour. I can wait an hour to post it.
I strongly suggest you
Okay.
you see that one.
All right, so I think that's really it. I didn't have much else. We're obviously very familiar with your products.
Yes.
So, is there any message that you want to get across to our readers?
Yes.
That I haven't asked about?
Yes. Nowadays people are talking about mobile product is taking the share from desktop platform, right? But actually, inside ASUS, we are trying to deliver one new usage, which is so-called, DIY 2.0. What does that mean? In the old day, people assemble the PC because of what? Number one, flexibility. Number two, more customized specs, right? Number three, even cheaper, in terms of the budget. But now, why people still assemble the PC? Number one, still the customized specs, right? Number two, still flexibility. Number three, maybe not so cheap, because those branded products, their features are all are more generic. Function-wise, they are less, right? That's why cost-wise they are cheaper. But we believe if we can remind people what is the spirit of DIY, for instance, most of parents, if your kids are requesting to have something, you give them money. But is this the good value we should deliver to our kids? Maybe no, right? So can we say, oh, you want to have a PC? Let's DIY, right? Let's DIY. So if you can assemble the PC with your kids, number one, you can give them some right concept, not only money, but also efforts, right? If you don't pay efforts, you cannot get the results. Number two, during the DIY, you can also improve the relationship between your kids, right? Now, because now, it's digital world. Everybody is watching your cell phone, your tablet, right, in the different corners. Even when you go out to have a dinner, to have a meal together, everybody is sitting, but not together actually. Everybody's sitting, but you play your own cell phone, she plays her own tablet, right? So sitting, but not together. Okay, but if you can DIY together, that means you can improve the relationship. Number three, of course, kids are not so knowledgeable. So after parents finish the major part of the DIY, then you get the respect from your kids. Oh, dad, oh, mom, how good you are. Oh, let me tell you, when I was young, I assembled my first PC. Now I'm teaching, I'm delivering the same spirit. So we are trying to invite people to join this scenario. Then we believe, that can also create more interest for people to assemble the PC, right? That's number one. We want to try to build up.
Sure.
Number two, no matter you DIY or you buy the complete system or you buy from stores, more mobile devices. That means people have some data separately. But how can you synchronize together? Make sure every single device has the most complete and the easy access data inside. So we do believe something like so-called digital hub at your home should be more helpful. No matter how powerful or how entry level the PC is, it's a PC, right? So you can use that PC to synchronize all mobile devices, and then you can easily access. We think that kind of applications could increase some demand for desktop PC. That is something we are thinking.
It's funny that you mentioned it because I'm doing a workshop at a preschool for my 4-year-old. I'm going to build a PC for all the kids. It's something that I talk about all the time too. Is I'm trying to recruit nephews, nieces,
yes,
into it because they know how to use their technical products,
Uh-huh.
but they don't have any technical knowledge.
Uh-huh.
They don't understand what's happening. They can turn on their phone, they can do things with their laptop.
Yes.
They have no idea what's happening inside.
Uh-huh.
So
Yes.
I'm actually going to be doing a workshop for
Yeah.
4-year-olds.
Oh.
I'm going to build a PC for them and see
Cool.
how that goes.
Cool.
But yeah, that's interesting.
Yes.
So that's really all I have.
Yeah.